Today, Fortnite released the new legendary quest for this week, and it is to catch 50 fish. Now, this quest will actually go past that landmark, letting you keep catching fish until I believe maybe 150. It is a pretty high number. So, today, I'm going to be showing you guys the best route to actually catch fish in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 6. So, let's actually drop on down to a solos game, and I'll show you guys just how practical this actually is. So, we're gonna land right down here and actually break these fishing barrels and try and get a pro fishing rod. Now, this guy actually has one over here, so we're gonna actually go and borrow one of his. And then, since there's people contesting this spot, we're just gonna immediately boat away and try and not actually die off spawn. But if there is no one there, then you're actually going to want to start your fishing route by fishing all of these fishing holes right over here. But since there are people over there, we're immediately going to go to step 2, to this little island right over here. Now, once you actually get a fishing rod from those barrels up there, or from the barrels over at that dock, then you're going to want to come over to these fishing spots and actually start fishing. Now, for those who don't know, in the new Fishing Week update, you are actually guaranteed at least 3 casts from a fishing spot before it actually will break. So as you can see there, I got the minimum amount. I actually cast it 3 times and then it broke, but some of these fishing spots will actually allow you to get up to 6 fish out of each of them. So as you can see here, I actually just got 3 fish out of this. That was the old maximum fish, and now I just fished a 4th one, so that means that we have actually set the new record, or technically not set the new record, but that proves to you guys that yes, you can actually catch more than 3 fish from 1 fishing hole. So I'm not going to go through every single one of these fishing spots, even though that is what you should do if you are actually trying to complete this challenge, but I'm going to be showing you guys the best route just so that you guys can see. So once you finish all your fishing spots right over here, you're going to want to boat over to this island, do all of these fishing spots over here. This area typically isn't that highly contested, so you should be fine to be able to fish all of these spots, but if not, then just move on to step 3, which is right over here at Slurpy Swamp. Right as I say it's not contested, we start getting shot at. That is very funny timing. But as we actually boat off of this giant dam, we're actually going to want to go over to Slurpy Swamp in our boat that we got from our first spot. And jeez, this guy is still shooting at us. This is annoying. But as you can see, even with this guy shooting at me, it is fairly simple to continue doing your fishing loop. So it is actually kind of hard to die along this way. So as we drive along this river, you can actually see that there are a bunch of fishing spots. If no one is shooting at you, make sure that you stop by these and actually start picking up some of the fish that are in those spots. So by this point, if you've been boosting like me, you'll be quite low on fuel. So we're going to actually boost with our final boost over to the gas station and actually try and get right on over here just so that we can refuel our boat. And right as we get here, just like I've worked it out every single time, we are at exactly 0 fuel. So now we're going to refuel our boat, get back onto the map, and start fishing again. So we now have our boat at 100% fuel. You're going to want to try and avoid breaking any of those gas meters just because those things will blow up and cause severe damage to not only you, but also the boat. And now we're going to want to come out here behind Slurpy Swamp and actually hit all of these fishing spots over here. Now, there are a decent bit of fishing spots back here, and there are also certain fish that you can only catch in swampy areas. So this spot is not only good for completing your legendary quest, but it is also good for completing your fishing decks. So now that I just finished off this hole over at Slurpy, we are going to go to our next destination on the most efficient fishing route in the game. And now we are going to be heading up the Weeping Woods River. Now, for those who don't know, Weeping Woods is yet again another spot for exclusive fish that you can only catch in forest areas. Now, these fish, again, will help you finish your fishing decks if you have not done that already. Now, just a quick reminder, you're not going to want to be boosting in your boat this entire way, just due to the fact that you don't want to be wasting fuel where you don't need to. So just try and be mindful about that and don't spam the boost button. But as we're driving through this river, you can see that there are fishing spots along it, and right here you can see another one, and these are all guaranteeing you at least 3 fish, if not 6. So just make sure that you're actually fishing out of them, and you will get this challenge done very, very quickly. Now, this next step is completely dependent on where the zone actually goes. If the zone is like this and it pulls towards the top of the map like mine did, go over to Craggy Cliffs. It is quite the long journey, but you can be fishing in the river the entire way along. Or if your zone pulls more to the top left corner of the map, go to Sweaty Sands, as that is also an amazing fishing spot, as both those places are amazing spots to catch a ton of fish. If though your zone doesn't pull to either Craggy Cliffs or Sweaty Sands, then then what you're going to want to do is literally just leave the game and start the fishing route all over again. So as I'm fishing at this fishing hole right here, I'm going to give you guys a bit of a summary on the entire loop. Oh, apparently this guy doesn't want me to. But basically, you're going to want to start on over here at Lazy Lake. There's a bunch of fishing barrels over here to get a pro fishing rod from. And even if this spot is contested, just make sure you grab the boat that spawns here and drive away down the hill over to here. Or sorry, down the waterfall until you get to this island. Then you're going to want to fish all of these fishing spots around here, which again will guarantee you 3 to 6 fish. And then you're going to want to YOLO off the dam into this long river, which again, more fishing spots until you get to the back of Slurpy Swamp, which again, there, fish more. Except before you actually get to the back of this spot, make sure you go and refuel at this gas station, just because your boat will most likely be low on gas at this point. And then once you actually do that, go to the back of Slurpy Swamp. After you finish fishing all of those spots, then head up the Weeping Woods River and fish along all throughout there. And then when you are finished with that, if your zone pulled towards the top of the map, go to Craggy Cliffs, fish all of these spots that are over here and on this island. If your zone pulled to the left side of the map, make sure you go over here to Sweaty Sands. And if it didn't pull to either of them, simply hit the leave game button, go right back into another game, and restart this process all over again by landing at Lazy Lake. So this is the most efficient fishing route that you can actually do in the game to finish your legendary quest for this week of catching fish in Fortnite. If you guys found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like on it and subscribing to the channel, as that would help me out a ton. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one.